Tensions in the Caribbean have escalated sharply after recent reports revealed that tens of thousands of elite United States troops have massed on the maritime border near Venezuela. This massive operation is being touted as part of a counter-narcotics mission, but many believe it is a direct military exercise against the government of President Nicolás Maduro. The world was shocked by the escalating tensions in the Caribbean after video footage emerged showing a giant U.S. Air Force C-17 Globemaster III transport aircraft carrying hundreds of elite troops and heavy equipment towards the border near Venezuela. The video, widely circulated in international media, shows the dramatic moment American paratroopers jumped from a high altitude and landed in a training zone near the Caribbean coastline, just a few hundred kilometers from Venezuelan airspace. According to reports from the Pentagon, this deployment is part of a large-scale military operation aimed at strengthening maritime security, aerial reconnaissance, and interception operations across the Caribbean. However, the scale and intensity of the activity have fueled speculation that Washington is preparing for a potentially broader military operation, especially given the strained relations between the United States and the government of Nicolás Maduro. More than 20,000 elite American troops, including units from the 82nd Airborne Division, the U.S. Marines Expeditionary Unit, Navy SEALs, and Air Force Special Tactics, are now reportedly stationed at strategic bases such as Puerto Rico, Curaçao, and the Virgin Islands. They are supported by a large naval fleet, including the aircraft carrier USS Wasp, Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, and the amphibious assault ship USS New York. Furthermore, the Caribbean skies are filled with P-8 Poseidon surveillance aircraft, RQ-4 Global Hawk drones, and KC-135 Stratotanker tankers, ensuring continuous air operations. Satellite images show intense activity at military airports in Puerto Rico and Curaçao, with C-17 Globemaster IIIs and C-13 Hercules aircraft continuing to transport supplies, armored vehicles, and additional troops. Reports from the field indicate that the airborne troops are being deployed to test readiness for rapid combat scenarios in tropical and coastal environments. The Venezuelan government has reacted strongly to this move. President Nicolás Maduro ordered the Bolivarian National Armed Forces, FANB, to be on full alert, bolstering the defenses of the northern coast and deploying S-300VM Ante 2500 and Buk M2 anti-aircraft missile systems around the Maracay and Barcelona air bases. In a strongly worded statement, Maduro accused the United States of military provocation and an attempt to destabilize Venezuela's internal affairs ahead of the upcoming elections. Meanwhile, the Russian Ministry of Defense strongly condemned the U.S. military deployment, calling it an aggressive action that threatens Venezuelan sovereignty and regional security. Other reports suggest that Venezuela is strengthening military coordination with Russia and Iran, and may even hold joint exercises as a warning to Washington. However, a Pentagon spokesman denied these allegations. He stated that the operation in the Caribbean was solely aimed at countering drug trafficking and arms smuggling, while emphasizing that this large-scale military presence was a deterrent against cross-border illegal activity. However, many analysts consider this explanation to be less than transparent, given that such large-scale deployments are rarely undertaken, except for strategic objectives or to convey a strong geopolitical message. The situation in the region is currently extremely tense. The U.S. Navy continues to patrol international waters, while surveillance aircraft and C-17s are seen conducting frequent aerial maneuvers over the Caribbean Sea. Venezuela has also increased radar surveillance and expanded air patrols, with Su-30 Mk-2 fighter jets deployed to monitor any foreign aircraft movements near its territory. Observers consider this to be the largest military deployment in the Caribbean since the Cuban crisis in 1962. The U.S. move, involving tens of thousands of elite troops and massive air power, signals a major shift in Washington's strategy to assert its dominance in Latin America.
Okay, John Master. Back up low. Dan.
The world is now watching the Caribbean with great tension. Will this operation simply be a show of force or the beginning of a new military confrontation in a region that has long been a geopolitically sensitive point?